Future Kyle here, guys, as you can tell by the mostly finished garage. I have some bad news though. Kona, my dog that you've seen in this video and you've seen her in all my other videos, she passed away last week from a brain tumor that she's been fighting for the last 5 months. She'd been responding really well to the treatment, and when she deteriorated so fast, we were not expecting it, but she did get to spend the last weekend with us in the garage with me as I was painting, and you'll see that in the next video, but she was around through that. She was in this video an awful lot as well. But if you know, or if you've been through any of the comment section on any of my other videos, you know, most of the comments are usually about what a good dog she is and all that, and she was the greatest dog. Always by my side, always ready to go on a ride in the truck. She used to mountain bike run behind my mountain bike with me, and now she goes to the motorcycle track with me and hangs out in the garage with me. So losing her has not been easy, and it's quiet around here. It's a lot quieter in the garage and in the house without having her around. It just feels empty. So for her memory and the impact that she had on this channel, whether you guys know it or not, I'm gonna really miss her. So there's always a point where in every YouTube video, everybody says, you know, like the video, comment, subscribe, all that. Don't do it for me. What I'd really like to see is the comment section flooded with "Rest in Peace Kona." If you could leave that comment, it would mean a lot to see the support. So with that, back to the video. Guys, so finished with the last little bits of hanging that drywall. There's a bunch of little pieces around the corners and around some of the garage door supports that I had to cut small pieces to get around the brackets. That's all done. It was a huge pain. Red screw in my finger, but it's all done now. So that's good. I think it looks really good so far. For what it is, unfinished drywall, I think it looks good. So pretty happy with it so far. Next step, I'm going to be starting. I'll start it today. I won't get very far today before it gets dark, but I have to tape and mud all the joints. So I'm going to be using fiber tape, and I'm actually going to be using the 45-minute drywall joint compound. I'm using the kind you mix yourself, not the pre-mixed stuff. Her pre-mixed stuff doesn't work as good with fiber tape. So I'm going 45-minute compound. Hopefully that's enough to get everything up on the ceiling before it hardens. I think it'll be fine. So let's see how this goes. But first step, gotta tape all the joints. All right guys, so done taping all my joints. This took, well, it took me a lot longer to get it done than I expected because you know, traveling and work and getting COVID, getting in the way of me actually getting any work done. Biggest problem, but I've now completed it. All the joints are taped with the fiber tape. Went up real easy, it cuts easy to use. Hopefully the compound sticks to it really well and I don't have to crack them later. It was pretty straightforward. There's a lot of times up and down this ladder that at the end of this project I'll be happy to never go up a ladder again. But that is done. So this weekend I'm gonna be actually compounding all the joints. I'm using the 45-minute Easy Sand compound. All right, so we've got Easy Sand 45-minute joint compound. I'm gonna use, not real sure how kind of ratio to mix that, so I'm gonna use half a bag first, mix it up, use it up, and then I'll see how much I can really get done in the 45-minute window. right, so it's the next day. All the mud has dried. It's all done. Admittedly, I don't think this is the greatest drywall finishing job I've ever seen. Certainly wouldn't have paid someone else to do this bad of a job, but all in all, did it myself. So, and it's nothing that sanding can't take care of. So that's done. It was a huge mess. Took all day for me to get that done. I did it in 4 kind of quadrants. So a quarter of it at the time, about 250 square feet at a time, was about all that I could do with the 45-minute compound mix. Now that we've got that all done, I didn't want to go ahead and rent a sander to sand that and get it looking good, just to have to come back and rent a sander again, because I'm going to be building out a quarter of the garage, one of the bays here, into what I'm calling the dirty room. It's going to be kind of a sectioned off corner of the garage that I can use as a paint booth. I can use it as a welding or grinding kind of area. And it's going to keep all that dust and debris and overspray and everything completely separate from the rest of the projects that are going on. I also plan on keeping my other bikes in here, my finished bikes and projects, so I don't want them to get constantly covered in grinding dust and paint overspray and all that. So decided to go ahead, build out that room and give myself that space where I can really just make a mess. So I've already picked up all the lumber here today. I drew it up. I'll put up on the screen my design. I drew this room up, actually the whole garage. I drew it up in SketchUp so that I could figure out how big of this room I wanted it to be, and how much room I'd have and need for all the different things, toolboxes and such. So I used that to figure out each of my cuts for the room. Got my cuts here for the first wall, and I'm gonna start off by cutting all the pieces before I start putting any of them together. So here we go. Let's get all these pieces cut for the first wall.